So, welcome to all of you today for the Snow Leopard Conservancy's sixth annual, I can't believe it's our sixth one, Artwork and Poetry Contest 2024. This year's theme was Snow Leopard Protector of Sacred Mountains. Today we'll be announcing the winners and the honorable mentions. In regards to the theme, this is based on the cultural and spiritual belief regarding the snow leopard's spirituality or symbolism as a spiritual animal. This is a quote from Searching from the Snow Leopard, and it best defines our theme this year. Beyond the ecological importance of a top predator like the snow leopard, there's something inherently mystical that draws us to these powerful big cats. Their ability to survive in one of the world's harshest climates, combined with their beauty and ethereal quality, has been the impetus for humans to not only respect and admire them, but also revere them. Over the centuries, the snow leopard has become part of local culture and traditions and has been elevated to the position of a sacred species. This elusive cat is considered by indigenous wisdom to be a protector of sacred mountains, a unifying force, and a source of spiritual power and wisdom. This beautiful photograph was taken by Bjorn Pearson. He's a Swedish photographer. And his photos appear in Searching for the Snow Leopard. I introduced our judging panel to you during the finalist presentation, but in case some of you missed that, Astrid Stevenson was one of our new, did she do it last year? A newer judge. She served as the Conservancy's office manager over the past year. She's no longer with us, but she lives in California. She administratively supported our team and assisted with outreach events. Her passion for wildlife and conservation began while living on a 480-acre plot of land in the Mayacamas mountain range in Sonoma County. Listening to female mountain lion calls at night quickly ignited a great fondness for a local apex predator. She actively volunteers with the Audubon Canyon Ranch Living with Lions program, monitoring trail cameras and visiting classrooms to educate children on the importance of apex predators and the environment. Her activities include tracking, camping, and spending time outdoors with her children. Monica DeCloud is a new judge this year. She is a graphic designer and she's designing our new website. She has a master's degree in graphic communications and more than 30 years of experience in design, advertising, printing, and digital communication field. She was an art director for advertising and design firms in New York, Mexico City, and San Francisco. Her work has been published in Advertising Age magazine. For the last 20 years, she's worked as an independent graphic designer. She specializes in nonprofits, and she has a passion for wildlife conservation. She participates in endangered species conservation efforts. For 14 years, she spent every Friday caring for sick, injured, or orphaned seal pups at the Marine Mammal Center in Northern California. Ann Curtis. Ann has been a participant in the contest up until this year. She's retired from a career in public health in 2016 and went on to become a writer. She's primarily interested in poetry. She also writes essays and short stories. She's been a winner in our contest. Her interest in snow leopards in the Himalayas began when she spent a college semester studying in Nepal many years ago. Since then, she's traveled to Ladakh, Bhutan. She's passionate about the Himalayas and snow leopard conservation. She's also interested in wolves, and she volunteers at Wolf Haven International, a sanctuary for rescued wolves. I mentioned Margaret G. earlier. She hails from Sydney. She's worked in publishing for about 35 years now. I think it's been about 25 years. She's been a literary agent. She specializes in nonfiction. She's focused on nature, Himalayan cultures, anthropology, history, animal welfare, and wellness. She's traveled overseas extensively to Bhutan and Nepal, India, Burma, Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia. She went on a snow leopard expedition in 2019. She returned to Ladakh in 2023. She tells me she'd like to go again, but she had some trouble with altitude sickness this last time, so she doesn't know that she'll go. Carolyn McKenzie is the secretary on our board. She's always wanted to be a wildlife biologist. At 20, she backpacked across Africa, India, and the Middle East. She has a Master of Science degree in biophysics and a Bachelor of Science in zoology, both from UC Davis. Along the way, like most of us, her direction changed, and she retired after 40 years in the health physics field. And we love having her as a judge, but she's been a judge for several years now. And then there's me. I'm the outreach manager. I'm the person that you see on social media. I send out all the goodies when you purchase something or adopt a snow leopard. I edit our newsletter. And for the last 5 years, I've been handling the website. I do the art and poetry contest. I do other outreach. I did our online programming during the pandemic, and I was editor author of Searching for the Snow Leopard. And that's me. So you guys know me. This year, our judging criteria had not changed from last year. It centered around interpretation of the contest theme. And while we get a lot of beautiful artwork and poetry, sometimes it doesn't have anything to do with the theme. So that is part of the criteria. So, and we do professionals and amateurs. We have no way of actually knowing whether you're a professional or an amateur. So we accept both, and they're intermingled. And they're equally as wonderful and exquisite. But our criteria was based on interpretation of the contest theme. Also, the portrayal of the beauty and strength of the snow leopard. How well did that come across in your creativity? And how creative are you? How unique was your piece? How original? And then your overall impression, of course, with anything artistic, it is subjective, and everyone does have an overall impression. It's kind of interesting. Some of the judges were completely 180 degrees different as far as their choices. That's why we have more than one judge. But this is our criteria for judging. Interspersed with the presentation today are the judges' comments. There were quite a few this year. So this one really said it all as far as to everyone who competed. It was very difficult to judge not only the art entries, but the poetry this year. The poetry was very difficult this year because they were all so good. The poetry was very thought-provoking. And this judge said the artists should all feel honored to have been chosen as a finalist, whether you are placed or not, because they're all winners in our eyes. They were just wonderful this year, and thank you. We'll begin with the honorable mentions. Traditional media artwork, adult 18 and over, honorable mentions. We first have Awareness, an acrylic on canvas by Tracy Chaikin. This entry's reference really spoke to me, she says. The profile shot screamed the title Awareness, whether it was awareness of one's surroundings for better or worse, or realizing where its next meal is. This particular entry was also part of another, the Global Roots Mosaic Mural, a community project of over 2,200 tiles, which are put together to create a much larger picture to be installed somewhere in the United States later this year. The marriage of the two projects is very exciting, and this piece will forever be part of the other. The judges said, "Great job. The gaze upward of this animal is expectant. The colors leaping at you, a standout." Next, we have Summer Sentry Duty, a pastel from Catherine Moronis. I wanted to depict the most sacred mountain, Fishtail Mountain, as I discovered it is not allowed to be climbed or touristed in any way. My snow leopard sports his summer fur with more golds and browns present than the usual wintertime coat that blends in with the snow. I also wanted the leopard to have a questioning expression as if saying, "Halt, who goes there?" He being a sentry that guards and protects Fishtail Mountain. Beautiful. Love that orangey tan coat. And many of the snow leopards have this color fur. The judges' comments were, "Great job. I love the colors you chose for this cat's coat. I like that you set the snow leopard in its natural setting and set the season as well. The snow leopard's fur and the mountain blend together. Very original." Our next honorable mention is Shadow of Dream, an oil and charcoal on linen by Teresa Gray. The judges' comments were highly original. This painting does an excellent job of portraying the belief that the snow leopard is a mystical being that inhabits the world of sacred beings while at the same time guards over our natural world. Exceptional work of art. Our next honorable mention is The World Is Yours, an acrylic on canvas by Brigitte Boulet. He's able to open the door. He's able to walk right out of the frame and discover the world. The judges said, "The world is yours, beautiful. Love the pause. I love that he's stepping out of the frame and into my world." Very well done. Our next honorable mention is Snow Leopard, a temper by Dina Leonova. The snow leopard is watching everything from the window. Very original. Good use of the theme. Our next honorable mention is Mountain Ghost by Elizabeth Brott, soft pastels on pastel mat. Look at those eyes. Oh, gorgeous blue eyes, captivating. Wow, those eyes do not leave you. You feel like he's tracking you. Captures the essence of a snow leopard. Our next honorable mention is Sanctuary by Rosabelle, a pastel and pastel matte. She says, "I chose the title for the cats that live high amongst the mountains, their sanctuary, and for myself, my drawing is my sanctuary." This is exquisite. Wow, what a drawing. The snow leopard appears very realistic, and the soft blue background gives mystical allure to the picture. Well done. Now we have unique media artwork, youth 11 and under. In second place, Ice Portal, Air Plasticina Clay and Plastic, Miroslava Berest. Congratulations, Miroslava. Isn't that adorable? I love the heart. Very good job. Must have taken a lot of work. I love the eyes too. Nice use of an unusual media, says one of our judges. And in first place, Learning the Mountain Whispers, an acrylic on canvas with molded clay by Kulu Kacher. Lovely. I'd like to see both of these in person because of course they're three-dimensional. Learning the Mountain Whispers is a wonderful mountain night scene. Colors are mystical. Congratulations. Unique media artwork, youth, 12 to 17 years of age. In first place, we have Protector in the Sky, a paper collage with oil pastels on cardboard by Margarita Krusteleva. This is another one I wish I could see in person. So cool. Love the color of the sky. This is an interesting use of media and a scene of a godlike snow leopard looking down on a real snow leopard. And this is interesting because until I read that judge's comment, I had missed the snow leopard right there. Just like with the pictures that are in the middle of searching for the snow leopard, where you have to seek and find the snow leopard because they're so well camouflaged. Congratulations. In this one, this snow leopard right there is very well camouflaged. So, very, very great depiction of how well the snow leopard is camouflaged in their environment. Good job. Now we have unique media artwork, adult 18 and over. In third place, Resting by Debbie Lockhurst, pyrography and oils on balsam wood, where it's burned into the wood. Beautiful, just beautiful. Debbie has submitted entries over the years where she paints on feathers, which just no one can understand how she can do that, because feathers come apart and it's just amazing. But this is equally as outstanding. This cat is definitely watching. Beautiful snow leopard with great eyes and paws. Yes, those paws were magnificent. In second place, we have Majestic Sentinel, sculpture, paste, modeling clay, acrylic, wet tissue, and threads, and acrylic paints. Priyanjali Banerjee, and if I mispronounced your name, I do apologize. This is a mixed media piece that depicts a snow leopard's territory, showcasing the intricate web of rocks, mountains, and vegetation they inhabit. The artwork highlights the delicate balance between the snow leopard's habitat and its vigilant watch over its territory, which includes us, the human communities who live right alongside the snow leopards. The majestic sentinel painting captures the serene and majestic scene of a snow leopard guarding the snow-capped mountains of Tibet. The snow leopard's wise gaze encompasses the surrounding landscape, including the mountains, monasteries, and fluttering prayer flags. The painting conveys a sense of peace, tranquility, and spiritual connection, while also highlighting the importance of preserving the delicate balance between nature and humanity. And that's what the Snow Leopard Conservancy's mission is all about, is improving the coexistence between man and predator, between humans and predator. It's a very delicate balance. There's a lot of conflict, and we work towards conflict mitigation and improving coexistence. This is another three-dimensional artwork that I would love to see in person. Nice integration of the prayer flags, prayer wheels, mountains, and the snow leopard, says the judge. And in first place, we have the Metamorphosis of the Snow Leopard, a concrete relief by Erica Gabor. This is done in concrete. The mountains look after the young. The old protects his empire. In the end, the snow leopard becomes one with the mountains. Metamorphosis of a snow leopard is a wonderful use of a unique media to convey snow leopards. Amazing. Architectural art. Fabulous. Next, we have combination media artwork, which is a combination of a traditional medium and then digital. Adult 18 and over. In first place, we have Untamed Elegance, an acrylic and oil highlighted with digital. Priyanjali Banerjee, Untamed Elegance is an acrylic painting that captures the majestic moment when a snow leopard emerges from the shadows, illuminated by the moonlight. The artwork aims to convey the elusive yet watchful and protecting nature of these magnificent creatures and the importance of preserving their habitat. Under the silvery glow of the moon, the snow leopard's piercing gaze holds that of a savior, its eyes like two glinting stars in the darkness, its fur a swirling mist of gray and white, blends seamlessly into the rocky outcroppings as it crouches motionless on mountain's crest. The wind whispers secrets in its ear, but it remains vigilant, ever watchful, a sentinel of the night. Oops, sorry about that. Untamed elegance, mystical background accents the snow leopard well. I'm stopping to read some of the comments in the chat. Yes, they are. A lot of these pieces have been super thought provoking, and the poetry this year was very thought provoking. Poetry. We are going to be interspersing the poetry with the artwork. We're beginning with Poetry Youth 11 and under. In first place, we have Kuhu Kachur's Roaring S'mores. Your glistening eyes amaze me, dazzling through the night. You're a glittery white in color with black spots all over you, making you a sight to behold. Come to think about it, you are living the life of my imaginings in the snowiest peaks I have eternally wished for. Enjoying life to the fullest, you beast, while we raise our bills in the hills, even though I've never heard you roar, I'm sure you do, mighty captivatingly s'mores. Oh, how I wish you could live with me. I do not understand why it is illegal. I think you do not even bite your friends. Please prove me right, dear s'mores. I want to tell you I'm 100% sure I will get to see you this Christmas, s'mores. Now we have digital artwork, adult 18 and over. In third place, Snow Leopard Study, a digital painting by Lori Prindle. Very hypnotic. This cat is definitely watching over everything. Love the paws. When we share this on social media, there will be people who will say, is that a photo? It's amazing. A lot of the pastels look like photographs. It's just amazing artwork that you guys submit. He appears to be staring at you and waiting for you. Ooh, wonderful large paws. That gives me goosebumps. In second place, digital, we have Glorious Solitary Snow Leopard by Anju Rajesh. Snow leopards have evolved to live in some of the harshest conditions on Earth. They scale the great steep slopes of the mountains in Central Asia with ease, blending into the landscape. Look at those paws, that tail. I want to say, where are you going? Very well done and realistic. He looks like he's sneaking up on you. And in first place, we have Ghost of the Mountains by Jayashri Sadasvian. Sadasivan. I'll get it. I apologize. Snow leopards are often referred to as ghosts of the mountains due to their elusive and enigmatic nature. I chose to create this artwork in a style that reflects what their mysterious yet majestic character of these big cats of the mountains. The background is created from my imagination. I changed the background from the original reference photo to give this creature a magical and almost ethereal like feel. Mystical element comes across well in the regal nature of the animal. Very well done. Poetry, adult, 18 and over. In eighth place, Re-engaging with Sacred Sites by Emily. Suppressing cultures leads to losses. Heritage of knowledge, forgetfulness. Icons lose their significance. Losses mount. Living is all precariousness. Potential loss of income, supplies, and inhumane imbalance. Mountain goats prevent overeating, which devastates grasslands that protect soil, maintain hosts. But money talks. Wealthy trophy hunters enchanted by a mountain ghost are no better than dictators who ban cultures. Fur rosettes should stay on skin where they grow. The children who show pride in snow leopard protectors of the mountains understand. Very nice. We have a tie for seventh place. The first is Shadows by Helena Malakalis. So you think man is the master of the creation. Climb to the highest of the mountains and you won't be alone there. You'll be watched from behind a rock, quietly, certainly. You won't be anything but a possible prey, a small snack. The true king of the mountains is a shadow in the terrain, assured in its steps. The snow leopard. Oh dear, my thing is in front of this, so I can't see it. The snow leopard, so bold and beautiful, the king on the mountains. Apologize for that. Zoom sometimes is not cooperative. And our other seventh place, Yearning by Kate Walser. Quintessentially human, isn't it? To want more keeps us in motion. Desire demands our breath as a toll to ascend again and again. Altitude flexes her claws at the throat of our motivation, and yet the rhythm pushes on, relentless, past lichen toward the next stony spire above. We belay as an act of faith, trust tucked between crumbling rock ball and our own clattering exhales. Nothing the wind says soothes the suspense. Still we continue. Honeyed sunlight rises over the horizon of the banded pupils of an ibex. A half-moon gaze scans the rock face. Icy irises reflect a blaze of snow across the umber landscape. This is not his first hunt. He will not be halted by concepts as undignified as the passage of time. He prepares to repel, stretching ropey, spring-loaded muscles. Transverse ridges along the curved horns of the ibex tease at the spine and ribs in the grip of sinews. Hunger is one hell of a drug. Yearning, it turns out, is not reserved for one species. We were made to reach beyond the rational. His tail commands gravity itself. We may reach freezing fingers toward a distant summit. We may take a leap toward the memory of success, how it throbbed with a pulse of its own, how it radiated as one body rose from the rocks below the cliff. Despite his recorded age, this snow leopard surprises onlookers again and again. Tumbling after his prey, he becomes an avalanche that always lands on his feet. And in sixth place, we have Survival of the Sacred by Terry Feister. One morning, while wasting time to escape responsible living, I found a video of you on the hunt for blue sheep. Breath heavy, eyes fierce, your mottled coat blending like a wraith with the terrain as you padded along icy paths at the top of the world. Suddenly, you thrust yourself out and down the steep mountainside, chasing and tumble tackling a sheep, rolling down and down over snow-thick, slick cliffs like a wrestler for hundreds of feet, refusing to ever let go of your prey. Even sacred beasts must eat. And I knew in that moment that while you are a favorite, dear to my heart, myth and magic and breathtaking beauty, you are also mammal, mother, father, cub, and mortal, vulnerable to the reckless indifference of humans in the heat of a merciless sun. One morning, while whiling away time to avoid a responsible life, I found myself humbled and bent in awe, suddenly certain in this uncertain world that while your life is chained to an ever changing tree line, my soul is forever connected to your very survival. Traditional artwork, youth 11 and under. In first place, we have a tie. Snow Leopard, a pencil drawing by Yoa Sojil. Nice drawing of a snow leopard. And also in first place, we have I Can Dissolve, markers, liners, and paper by Miroslava Perest. And this artwork was about climate change, if I remember correctly. Um, and it does exemplify climate change and the threats that animals, that these high elevations are facing. It's an interesting play on a snow cone to indicate climate concerns in snow leopards. Back to our poetry in fifth place. Snowcat Stretching Out by Becky Norman. Murchican, they breathe with reverence. Woman shifting with the snow, swirling down the mountainside, caressing the ibex, fluttering the flags, dancing in the deep crevasse. Woman shifting with the snow, guardian of the mountain, protectress of the people, brown eyes morphing into gray, sable hair shifting to plush fur. Guardian of the mountain, snowcat stretching out, adjusting to sinew padded paws, impossibly long tail, swirling down the mountainside. Snowcat stretching out, chuff chanting words of protection, gliding miles along the top of the world. Small traces left as evidence of her passing. Murgican may breathe with reverence. And in fourth place, Should the Nagas Be Abandoned by Paul Espinosa. For ages of stillness have I been your faithful companion. For innumerable frigid nights have you watched over me. To me, they have been one precious sleepless moment. Though our bond has been perfection, I sense you leaving. Have I not done my best for you in cub? Was there no true kinship in our shared breath? With you gone, my sanctity is threatened. With you gone, my eternity is solitude. Stay. I will be your home and caregiver, spirit of the mountains. Should you go, be kept well by foreign friends and return to embrace me in great numbers. Always will I await you, for distance, for neither distance nor time can extinguish your memory. And we have a third place tie. First, we have Beneath the Frozen Veil by Chantal Flores. In the stark monochrome of black and white, a spirit prowls beyond the mortal sight. The snow leopard, a guardian of the heights, embodies nature's sacred wild delights. Its piercing gaze, a window to the soul, reflects a wisdom that cannot be controlled. This feline force, so ancient and so true, connects us to the realms we cannot view. The brushstrokes dance, a mystical display, unveiling realms where spirit holds its sway. This canvas, a portal to the unseen, invites us to explore the in between. The snow leopard's presence, a sacred call to commune with forces greater than us all. In its frozen form, a spirit takes flight, guiding us towards a transcendent light. Protector of the Sacred Mountains by Emily. Even when frolicking, sheep and goats keep watch up here, the rooftop of the world, where humans weigh themselves down with layers, need time to adjust to the lightness of the air, the extra effort to gasp, to breathe. It takes resilience, persistence, and the ability to release negative thoughts. The snow jeweled by a soft lens of sun, a mist creates a spiritual glow, a sense of protection for the mountains, not yet fully tamed by humans. A rosetted ghost with a thick tail for balance and warmth, rarely seen, stops livestock overfeeding, enables growth, keeps soil intact, and pads in guardianship over the rocks with a touch like the weight of a dewdrop on a cobweb. And in second place, Keeper of the Curious by Sarah Mills. I may not understand the words of the elders, but as their tongues cast the alpenglow over each sacred peak, I know at last of whom they speak. For there is one descended from a warrior Khan with eyes like the globe flower of the Tian Shan, a totem animal of the great Manas, protecting the high mountains and all who pass. And in the valleys, rosetted with the shadows of my fears, she is custodian, Yak Ilbirs. Stalking despair, horned and fast, her pelt dusted with the ashes of ancestors past. Oh, how I long to be like her, embodying the spirit of the noble sharer. But she alone is the sentinel, existing where others dare not hope to dwell. I may not see that trenchant stare, but in the pearl waters of Issac Cool, I know at last who is there. For she is one who mused in the heart of man, with all the powers of the Castellan, a symbol of what the tribes do trow, defending her fort of rock and snow. And in first place, A Metamorphosis After Milarepa by Sarah Mills. Over a steaming bowl of yak butter tea, the Rinpoche spoke softly and reverently of a saint who lived nearly 1,000 years ago, who, in the great cave of conquering demons, was lost to his people by the falling snow. That night I tried to summon the tale of the curious white leopard his disciples had seen, of the protector's eyes on that distant rock, two cabochons of the coolest green. But sleep was broken as the rugged cliffs I call home, and unable to balance on the ledge of a dream, I almost woke to the scree gently rolling down the slopes, every heartbeat disguising each falling stone. Then all of a sudden I opened my eyes. No longer did they feel wholly mine, for I had seen through Panthera Uncia's gaze the birth of sacred mountains, and for better or worse, the passage of time. Lovely, lovely poetry. Our congratulations to all of you poets. Wonderful, outstanding poetry. And now we're going to move into the traditional media artwork, adult 18 and over, our top 10. In 10th place, Playmates, Future Protectors of Sacred Mountains, a pastel by Catherine Moronis. The artist says, I fell in love with the photo of the twin baby snow leopards in the snow. I imagined that they had been playing, the snow on their fur. I also thought they would be future protectors of the sacred mountains. I depicted Everest in the background. Congratulations. The judges tell us the mountains and snow on the cubs make this picture stand out. And the portrayal of the cubs is very well done. They blend in with the background nicely. Very cute. And in 9th place, Nafisa, an acrylic by Micheline Pearl. Comments reading adorable. Made me want to reach out and pet him. He's looking at me like he wants to cuddle. Melted my heart. The snow leopard looks like he's staring into your soul. Very moving, exquisite. And in 8th place, we have Ghost Gaze, an oil on superfine canvas by Rosanna Venturini, with a reference photo from Steve Tracy. Steve is retired now. He lives in Australia. For many years, he lived in Japan and took a lot of photographs of the zoo cats there. But he's back in Australia. What a sweet cat. Great job. His sad look rests on you, and his large paws are so realistic, compelling. And in seventh place, Mirror of the Soul, an acrylic by Micheline Pearl. They are a mirror of our soul. Such an excellent portrayal of a cub, innocent but fierce already, original and intense, art gallery quality. So sweet. In sixth place, we have Huang Chitois on prime cardboard, an acrylic varnished by Katerina Vilakova. It was not for nothing that I called this portrait the name of the snow leopard in Nepali, because I wanted to emphasize the festival of colors, Holi. I sincerely hope that the snow leopard will be an integral part of the culture of the local populations of the habitats of these cats, not as a trophy, but as a sacred animal. Outstanding, Katerina. Congratulations. This cat truly reaches out into your soul. It's looking to the distance. Guarding over all. This is a stunning picture of a snow leopard. And in fifth place, snow leopard, guardian of the sacred Machapuchrai mountain in Nepal, oil on wood, Raul Vega Etcheverry. Great job. Both the scenery and the cat are amazing and beautiful. The mystical allure of the mountain and the snow leopard comes through well. The theme is well represented here. Makes my heart beat faster, says one of the judges. All these pieces of artwork and poetry gives me goosebumps. Outstanding. Fourth place, Wild Beauty. Soft Pastels on Pastel Matte by Elizabeth Brott. I picture this cat as king of the mountain protecting the high peaks. Great job. Fantastic. The snow leopard is very realistic, and the blurred background scenery implies the mysticism of this animal in its relations with people and its surroundings. Phenomenal. I love this one, said one judge. And in third place, Self Employed, an oil on wooden panel, Gabriela Barati Buga. Here we find the snow leopard in a not so familiar environment, guarding over our world of skyscrapers and metropolitan communities. It's always there guarding, protecting. Gorgeous. Love the background. Beautiful snow leopard. Great job. Art gallery excellence. Perfect. Ah, one of our judges is joining us, Carolyn McKenzie. Hello, Carolyn. And in second place, Sacred Guardians, a pastel by Pat Schwab. Congratulations, Pat. Pastels must be a wonderful medium to work with. I've painted with acrylics. They're unforgiving. My mom used to paint with oils. I've never attempted oils, but pastels must be fun to work with. Well titled. Great use of this year's theme. What a great protector of the high mountains. Great job. This is a scene that if you're extremely lucky, you could see in the Himalayas. The animals are very realistic. They leap off the page at you, yet blend in with the mountain and snow. Very powerful, thought provoking. And in first place, Sacred Protector, pastel paper, ink, and silver leaf by Katerina Bilakova. Congratulations, Katerina. A majestic snow leopard rests atop a rocky outcrop, highlighted by a delicate circular halo behind its head, reminding that it is he who is protector of the sacred mountains. Congratulations. We all fell in love with all of these, but um, congratulations on your first place. Outstanding. I really like the image of the lovely snow leopard with a halo and silver leaf. The silver leaf gives it a mystical quality in keeping with the theme. The animal is so accurately portrayed. I love his large paws and the halo indicating his sacred nature. I love this. Gorgeous and well done. Great job. Superb. And we'd like to congratulate all of you and hope to see all of you next year.